An agent kept is just as good as an agent gained. Are you a broker owner right now, or maybe somebody in a leadership position, and you're seeking to add value to your agents in order to help with retention? Or maybe you wake up every day in a state of paranoia, wondering whether or not an agent is going to leave your firm today. Well, let me show you how the Locker Room can help in creating an environment that no agent would ever want to nor need to leave. So before we get into the solutions that the Locker Room Partnership can provide in regards to retention, let's look at some of the common things that we generally hear from broker owners and team leads. Starting with a lack of training and resources, leaving you vulnerable and your agents potentially being recruited away from your firm. Maybe not having the systems for onboarding. No time to slow down to create raving fans, or what we at the Locker Room lovingly call a fans first strategy. Maybe it's just a matter of your agents being disengaged and you're pounding your head against the wall saying, gosh, if they would just engage more. Possibly it's a cultural issue with a lack of strong culture. Or lastly, not meeting the needs of the current agents, let alone those you are trying to attract. So either way, let's take a look at some of our favorite solutions that the Locker Room Partnership can provide. So right here on the screen, you see several of the options, just some of many. But the ones we want to really focus in today are the Locker Room University, the Locker Room Toolkit, and talking a little bit more about what the Locker Room Success System entails and how that can help you with agent retention. So let's go take a look at those things right now. So starting with the Locker Room University, right here on your screen, this is the login that you would see as a broker owner or somebody in the leadership role. And of course, every single one of your agents would have their own login as well. So here on the left-hand side, you can see the navigation piece where for broker owners and leaders, there's a drop-down menu. Now, granted, we have hundreds of courses, thousands of hours of content back here, but specifically for retention, all you would do is click on the retention piece and it'll bring up the courses that we have created specific for retention. You can see some of those examples here. Creating your 30, 60, 90 plan for new agents. What is your agent ecosystem? Retention systems to keep your agents focused and connected. Being a champion of their success, having an attitude of gratitude. Again, just a very short example of some of what's back here as it relates to retention. Now, again, as I said earlier, agents would also have their own section here as they log in with this all-inclusive partnership, and you can see some of what that drop-down menu looks like there for your agents. But keeping the focus on retention, there's also a toolkit option here. So if I was logging in and clicked on toolkit, it's going to pull up this. And this is where we house all of our downloadable plug-and-play tools and resources. And I am toggled over here on the broker and leadership category. And you can also toggle over to the agent toolkit. But here you can see right there, we've got a folder dedicated for retention tools, plug and play onboarding systems, whatever it is you may be looking for. We do update this very regularly. Some of our other favorites back here worth noting are monthly contests and challenges, all the deliverables, every graphic, everything you would need, plug and play, it's right there for you. In addition to other things like group coaching training sessions, maybe you're struggling coming up with content for your next sales meeting or something, and you can literally R&D what we have back there for you. Okay, so that's just a sample of what's there. And again, like we said, your agents would have their own agent toolkit that they can access as part of our all-inclusive partnership. Now, something else we mentioned earlier was the Locker Room Success System. This is our proprietary coaching framework, and this is what comes when you opt to work with one of our coaches exclusively. So this really helps with retention, allowing you to have awareness of your business and getting in front of any possible solutions instead of waiting until it's too late. So we've got the snapshot tab here. We've got the GPPR Wheel Review tab where you're going to assess the health and viability of your business, especially in the category of retention here, which includes onboarding, agent engagement, and culture. And you're scoring that on a scale of 1 to 10, exposing the gaps or blind spots potentially in your business. What that produces then is this graph, so we can see again how we're progressing or what areas might need more focus and attention, and reviewing this with each other every single 90 days. So you will see year over year as it progresses how you're doing in those select categories. From there, we work with you on developing a 1-6-90 plan for your goals, chunking it all the way down to, hey, what's my next 90-day objective? Once established, A dedicated coach would work with you on that 90-day objective. And of course, brainstorming with you, holding you accountable, and pushing you to making sure that you have achieved that objective. Last but not least is the value of roster tab, which really, really is a fundamental tool when it comes to the retention of your agents and knowing who's doing what, who can we level up, who do we need to be concerned on, who do we need to celebrate and give recognition to, on and on and on. There's about 12 different unique strategies just from this right here that we train and work with you on. So again, this is just a sample of some of what's included and how it can help with retention. So let's take a look at how we can get in business with each other. We're going to go over the 5 primary ways on your path, your journey to a partnership with the Locker Room, starting with partnership path number 1. Now, who is this for? This is for a broker owner or a leader who strives to be intentional about their own growth, about their own development, and of course, the foundational systems for a business. This includes broker owner resources within the Locker Room University, as well as the Locker Room Toolkit. This includes specialized training around growth, productivity, profitability, and retention, broker-to-broker community groups, a private Facebook community for broker owners and leaders exclusively, all for $497 a month. Now on Partnership Path 2, this might be for you if you're a broker owner who not only desires growth, development, and foundational systems, but also leverage through agent resources and productivity systems. The main difference here is now not just you, but also your agents get full-blown access to all tools, video training modules within the university, within the toolkit, versus Partnership Path 1, which is more or less exclusively for the leadership access only. Now here you're going to see a distinct difference. Right here, it says, hey, you know what? I am ready for coaching. What does that include? What are my options? Well, at the Partnership A level, this is for somebody who's a broker owner that desires a dedicated trainer for their agents to provide a high level of accountability and, of course, boost productivity. The main difference here is now you get a dedicated coach from the Locker Room to execute and provide a customized weekly done-for-you agent training calendar. What does this do? This frees you up to be able to go on more recruiting appointments, to focus on running the business and working on the business rather than in it. Now, of course, we would always love to have your involvement and or inclusion in these group sessions, but rest assured, one of our dedicated coaches is going to spend that time exclusively pouring into your agents above and beyond all of the access that you get to the resources. On the Partnership B level, this is specifically for leaders and those broker owners out there. This is now somebody who doesn't necessarily need or isn't interested yet in the agent training and coaching element of things, but they say, you know what, I'm raising my hand. I want a coach from the Locker Room to partner with and help grow me, help grow the business through recruiting with proven systems that result in increased profitability. The primary difference here, again, is one of our specialized coaches is going to work exclusively one-on-one with you and or your leadership team. And that is where our one-of-a-kind Locker Room success system comes into play. This is our framework for creating amazing and duplicatable systems through a proven process. All of that, again, just for $1,500 a month. And of course, last but certainly not least, this is the ultimate leverage experience, the Partnership Plus package. This is somebody who's a broker owner that desires that ultimate leverage experience and may even seek to get out of production themselves. So here, above and beyond everything else you've heard, now you're getting the best of both worlds. You don't have to decide between one or the other. You're getting that one-on-one support and coaching from one of our coaches at the leadership level. But now you're also getting that specialized, done-for-you agent training that we conduct for you weekly. All of that in a nutshell for just $2,000 a month. So from here, we invite you to reach out to us. Let's have a conversation. If it's for you, great. If it's not, that's okay too. But let's have an exploratory strategy call with you. Reach out to us today, and let's go ahead and get started on that, on taking that next step.